Definitely from hey,
Hello, welcome to Landlording TV, teaching you how to organize and run a profitable rental empire. I am your host, Justin Palma, and today we are doing a sneak peek on the new Rent Check Pro and Mogul accounts, which will be going live Friday, May 28th, 2010. This is a sneak peek right now. It's in 10 days. So, the first big thing you're going to notice if you're already a Rent Check user is this new Documents tab. And in there, you have your printable forms that don't need any customization. So here's your lead information packet that you have to give to tenants for units you're renting out that are older than 1978. Boom. And we have our rental application. These you want to record every time somebody looks at the apartment and you have some kind of interest in them. And this is your repair request form, which you'd print out and give to your tenants. And this is where they would fill out their problems, give you the best dates and times to make the repairs, and actually sign off on it. So if it did go to court with a tenant, you would have in writing that you worked on this, you were given permission to enter the dwelling, etc., etc. Now the second big thing in our Documents tab is Invoices. And with Invoices, that allows us to automatically print out monthly rent invoices that you mail to each of your tenants, and this keeps the balances straight. Let me show you what I mean. All I did was press New Invoice. This gives you a preview. We're doing May because this is May, so this is going to print out all the balances as of today and prepare it for June so they know what's due in June. So let's go ahead and hit create. And if we go here and look at what we just generated, here is the invoice. So it's 2 pages. There's Terry Tenant, who's one of my tenants. This is me. I'm demo user today. And here's Tabitha Tenant, my second tenant. So it automatically generated for both of those because they had active rental agreements. So if we look at Terry didn't have anything past due, which is good. He had $1,250 rent due, so his balance is $1,250, but he only paid $950, so he had a balance of $300. And when we come down and see the totals here, you can see $300 plus June's rent was $1,250, so he owes $1,550 total, whereas Tabitha owed $995 plus $75 storage space. That's a custom fee, and I'll show you that in a second. She paid all of $1,070 due. Her balance is $0. So next month she just owes the $995. So she's lovely. But Terry, we need to give him a late fee. So let's go back and do that, and I'll show you how easy that is. So here's Terry, tenant, payments and fees. And here's our payments and fees. You can see his rent due of $1,250 and his negative balance of $300. We're going to add a fee. We're going to apply it to the 5th. And $50, and that is his late fee. Create. Okay, and there's our late fee. So now it's negative $350. So if we jump back to Documents and Invoices, and then we'll generate a new invoice. Gives you a little preview. Create. And let's take a look. And just as expected, here's our late fee. He owes $1,300 now. He's short $350, and now he's actually $1,600 due. So this keeps a very great paper trail of his payments and transactions each and every month. So this actually fits a standard windowed envelope, so you don't have to address it. Just put your return address on there, a self-addressed envelope, and you mail that out on the 20th or 25th, whatever you like, and you're in business. Now the next big feature is if we go into Terry here, is principal rental agreements, and this is a big one. And not only are they just printable, they're state specific. So let me show you what that means here. We're going to go into printable because we want to print this out. So with this, we've also added subtenants, and you can see here Terry Tenant and Wilma Wifey. So let's say Terry and Wilma want to bring in their brother. So we're going to go ahead and add a new subtenant. Now this is generating a tenant who is equally liable in the rent and on the lease. So if one of them moves out, they're all still legally liable. So this is Bobby Brother. Create and rental agreement. So we're going to go ahead and make a new agreement, printable. And as you can see now, Terry Tenant, Wilma Wifey, and Bobby Brother are entering this agreement together. So we're going to go ahead and fill this all out. Agreement D, you can make a month-to-month or a lease. Fill in all our values. So for example, for New York, we'll say 10 days. We want to set the late fee up for the 5th. And what's nice about this is you don't have to guess at what this means. This is the actual text that's going in the rental agreement. So you know exactly what you're filling out here. And nothing's permanent. So if you messed up, that's okay. You can go back and fix it. Get that out. So I am a big advocate of allowing pets because it's a great way to increase rental cash flow, and the tenants are always thrilled about you allowing them. So we can go in here and add them. So no animal, bird, or other pet will be kept on the premises except properly trained service animals needed by blind, deaf, or disabled persons, and the following pets under the following conditions. Kitty can stay, a pet cat, while paying an additional $35 per month with an additional security deposit of $500. And we could also go on to say here 150 of said security deposit is non-refundable. So you can really tailor this to exactly what you want it to say, or you can completely take it out, leave it blank, and it will automatically delete that, so it'll end right here to up to no disabled persons. It'll leave it here up to this point, so no animals are allowed except for properly trained service animals. Now this is huge because any property built before 1978, you have to give them a disclosure of lead-based paint hazards. It automatically generates it for you. Create, and let's generate our PDF so we can print it out. This agreement is entered into between Terry Tenant and Bobby Brother. Demo user. This is going to me, and you can actually set these up custom. Here's all the information that we just filled out. Here's our pet. Here's our pet. Except for Kitty, a pet cat. And then it automatically fills out a signature box for each tenant who's going to sign the lease. And what's also fantastic is now here's our disclosure of lead-based paint and paint hazards. Here it is. You can sign all this, and there are your signature boxes as well. So that was another humongous setup, and then also the addition of custom fee types. So you can see storage space like Tabitha had, and you can really quickly go ahead and add these. Say parking. There it is, and that's 200. We'll charge it on the first. Create. So as you can see, there's many powerful features now in Rent Check Pro and Mogul. Now the difference between Pro and Mobile is Pro comes with 20 units you can manage, and Mogul gives you up to 99 units. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you inside Rent Check Pro or Mobile.